Hey, welcome ladies and gentlemen, Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show, back once again with more video game news, reaction, and discussion. And for you guys today, let's talk about Battlefield Hardline and resolution of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. First thing first guys, if you didn't already hear the news, a gamer on Twitter asked Visceral Games and EA Access, what resolution will Battlefield Hardline be on the Xbox One and the PS4? And Visceral Games went ahead and answered the question and said 720p on Xbox One, 900p on PS4. He did not take happily to this and write, why not 1080p? And that is an important question here, guys. Many other gamers actually replied with the same sentiments why the game was not actually 1080p on the consoles, and it is surprising that the game isn't that as well because, well, DICE had a chance to actually develop Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One and the PS4 already, and you would think they would have the experience now to give Visceral Games the ability to up the resolution up to 1080p using their Frostbite engine. But apparently it's still going to be 720p on the Xbox One, 900p on the PS4, and then of course guys, it's going to be upscaled in the system to 1080p to your screen, so you're going to see that 1080p upscale. So it's not going to be natively, 1080p like it would be on the PC, or if you go up to 4K on the PC as well. Now, is this a limitation of, well, DICE's engine? Is this a limitation of the developers having enough time to make the game? Is this a limitation of the console itself? Well, it's probably a combination of a few things, because this has been a trend in gaming lately. The Xbox One version seems to be a little lower resolution than the PS4 version. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry if you're a fanboy, but that's just the truth. You can go back and look at the articles. Usually that is just the plain and simple truth. The Xbox One version seems like developers have a hard time getting the resolution up or even on par to each other. And I think it's an issue this time mostly with the development, because Visceral Games has had plenty of time to work with this game. The game was delayed for months. It was not even supposed to come out in 2015. The game was supposed to come out in 2014. And I would have think with all the time they had to develop this game, they would have been able to hit the 1080p mark. I think they're actually doing an injustice to their fans by actually not pushing harder with all the extra time they were given. They knew there were issues with the game. I played the beta on the PC when it came out last year, and then I played it on the PS4 last month when it had over 7 million people playing the beta on the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 last month all together. And even then, I still ran into the same issues, bugs, graphical glitches that I ran into last year by playing the PC version. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do not think that Visceral did a good job of using the time they had to make the game better. And I think in this case specifically, I think that Visceral Games and DICE did not do a good job of actually managing Battlefield Hardline. Could there be some initial problems with the PS4 and Xbox One that is causing these systems to only be able to do these resolution with certain games? Of course there could be, but can developers hit 1080p 60? Yes, they can. Many games on both platforms do run at this resolution. Even games on the Wii U, many games on the Wii U run at that resolution, and I think that these consoles can hit it, but developers need to put into the effort, and I think it's very bad when games get pushed back, delayed, and these developers still can't even hit 1080p on these consoles, and then the game doesn't even look as good as certain games that are coming out right now, because sorry guys, but yeah, Battlefield Hardline doesn't look as good as The Order, doesn't look as good as Rise, Sun and Rome, doesn't look as good as Forza that came out last year. The game does not look that great. It doesn't even look as good as Call of Duty. From what I played of it, it does not look that great of a game, and I guess the fact of the matter, even bumping it up to 1080p might have not helped it out that well. I'm sure many of you gamers out there are not going to agree with my sentiments right here, but this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to blame it all on the developer this time and not actually on the console hardware, because other games are able to pull this off. Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show, just my opinion on the situation, breaking it down for you guys. So yeah, once again guys, I blame the development team for having extra time and not being able to put the work in there to get the game to actually be able to hit 1080p at either 60 frames per second, but that's probably unlikely because so many games don't hit 60 on these consoles these days, guys. That's even another whole joke. But guys, from the game looks good, I wouldn't have had no problem, but I don't think Battlefield Hardline even looks that great personally, and I think they should have been able to learn from their mistakes with Battlefield 4 to bump up this resolution, because Battlefield 4 had the same exact problems of being 720p on the Xbox One and 900p on the PS4, if you guys didn't know. Please share your own opinions in the comment section below. I can't wait to hear your guys' opinions, because I feel like so many people are not going to be on the same page on me on this one. Peace out, guys.